OSAzone is a speed zoning device that consists of two parts. The sender, here you see the sender, and later we will also show the receiver. The first complaint that you have made was the devices, the sending devices, do not work with supply voltages of 12 volts. To show this, we have built up this scenery. Here you see that is one of the OSAzone senders that you have sent for repair. It's connected to a power supply, and you can see the power supply is at 12 volts. Of course, the devices will work with voltages of 12 volts and below. The configuration of a sending device is controlled by different jumpers which can be plugged in or left away. If both jumpers in this position are left away, that is the standard configuration of an OSAzone sender. Now it will produce green signals on the green side and red signals on the red side. If one jumper is placed in this position, the configuration of the sender will change. The configuration is set now that the green side will produce yellow signals and the red side will produce red signals. If you install the jumper in this position, then you have the situations vice versa. The green side will now produce green signals and the red side will produce yellow signals. We will show this functionality later in the receiver. There are additional jumpers on the device. I point at them here and here. These jumpers allow master-slave configurations of several senders in parallel. You should look in the manual to see the functionality. Additional, we have a control LED that allows you to see whether the sending device is working correct or not. It will flash yellow under normal circumstances. We now want to show the working principles. Therefore, we have also connected the receiver. The receiver has a bunch of LEDs that allow controlling of the system functionality. You remember the green side, the red side, the standard configuration. If you look at the LEDs on the receiver, you see there are 5 LEDs for signal status and 1 LED for output status. So, if the receiver with its sensor will receive signals from the sender, the signal LEDs will light on. For example, now you see a red LED and a green LED are activated. If I try to hide the green signal, then you can see the green LED will be off. If I let it send again, the green LED shows green signals. The same appears with the red LED. Here we have the red signals, here we don't have. The working principle is simple. Whatever signal the receiver will receive as the last one, it will switch the output signal. Now it has both signals, green and red, all LEDs are on. And if I remove the green signal, the output will switch to red. If I remove yet now the red signal, the output will switch to green. We have 3 relays on the receiver, and one relay will judge between red and green, and the second one will judge if there is a yellow signal. The third one has no functionality in this configuration. This is a special sender which makes it much easier to show the signal flow, because we have 2 switches and each of the switches can switch the LED sides on or off. You will notice that there is an additional LED on the receiver, and you will see sometimes will the blue LED, the LED number 4, show a signal. This is a special configuration that allows the receiver to control its functionality directly. This LED sends short bursts of infrared signals, and the receiving sensor will decode them as special signals. And each time, if it receives this signal, the blue LED will flash. So you can be sure that the hardware is working properly if you see the blue LED. The sensor has an integrated amplifier, and therefore the sensor has an integrated amplifier and tries to read the strongest signal. If these multi-LED signals come to the receiver, they have much bigger amplitude than the small one LED here. Therefore, you will see the blue LED only if the adjacent light situation is not in a way that one signal is extremely high in its amplitude. So in this configuration we now produce green and yellow signals as long as the switches are set to on position. At the moment you don't see either red or green on the receiver. I now switch on the red signal. You see the red LED shows the presence of red signals, and the output LED goes to red as a sign that the red signals were received as the latest signal. The relay contacts are connected to LEDs, and now you can see the red output is active and the yellow output is active too. You see the output status is red now. If I switch it to green, you see the green LED shows the output is set to green and the yellow output is not affected. Now the jumper is installed in the sender, so we can see the function of the yellow signals. No signals are sent out and the status is red. If I now activate, so we have a configuration where the yellow signals will be produced by the sender, and if I switch the yellow side on, then you can see here in the LED number 5, it will light yellow, and the output status LED will also switch to yellow. You see the output relay of the yellow channel is activated. If I now reactivate the red side, then the output status will switch to red because red signals were received last, and the red LED will show the output relay for the red signal is activated. So with this configuration, the sender will produce yellow signals on the green side and red signals on the red side. I switch the green side to on, and you see yellow signals are received. I switch it off, no yellow signals, and I switch the red side. Red signals are received and the red LED status will light up. If I put the jumper to the other position, you see the green side will produce green signals and the red side will produce yellow signals. One very important thing is to keep in mind that the jumper configuration is only taken in the system when the system is powered off and on again. So changing the jumper during the device is working will not change the configuration. If you power off the receiver and power it on again, it will keep the last output status that it has before. Therefore, if a vehicle is switched to fast driving, green, it will be fast driving if power is restored.